All right. Whoa, it works. All right, welcome to the next event. You know, this is something I'm so proud of this team. What our contractor civil service team has accomplished in transforming Launch Complex 39 from shuttle to supporting the Space Launch System in Orion. And one of the things that really stands out, a real visual of what we've accomplished, are the platforms in this high bay. In January, we installed the final platform of the 10 in High Bay 3 here in the VAB. And when you get a chance to come up and get closer where you can look inside and see, it's a spectacular site. So we're going to finish up the contract here in end of April. We still got a lot of outfitting and testing that we need to do, but the VAB will be ready for that mobile launcher to roll in here and stack up and do the testing. Now the mobile launcher, all the swing arms and umbilicals, right? 4 of them have completed testing in the Launch Environment Test Facility and been delivered for installation. We've got 2 more that are in test right now over at the LETF, and 3 more that are in completion and have yet to be tested. But right now, all the structural work is complete over there. They're in the process of installing all the systems and getting those swing arms and umbilicals installed. We're looking for the end of September timeframe to have the mobile launcher complete. Out at the pad, 39B, as I told you earlier, we still got some work on the environmental control system and completing the flame trench and the flame deflector, but state-of-the-art lightning protection, fiber optics, refurbished propellant distribution system, refurbished water sound suppression system. The pad's going to be complete in August. So we are completing the design and development phase, and we are now getting ready to move into the test phase. And I couldn't be more pleased with the progress we're making. I tell Mike Bolger and his team all the time, we won't be the reason that we're not ready to launch on time. We want to get that hardware here. I want to see it when it rolls out of this VAB. And that sign over there, the journey to Mars starts here. The journey to Mars starts right inside here, when we have SLS and Orion stacked up on that new mobile launcher with Crawler Transporter 2 rolling out here to Pad B for launch. And at the end of the shuttle program, I was here at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning for the rollout of the last 6 shuttle missions. And at first it was just me and the crew on that mobile launcher as we rolled out to the pad on that MLP. Toward the end, the Crawler Way was lined with folks watching that rocket, especially Atlantis, the last one in July of 2011. Well, I can't wait to see folks lined up to see this huge rocket, bigger than we've ever launched before, rolling out to the pad. And to me, when it clears those high bay doors and those xenon lights are shining on it, that's the beginning of a journey to space. And it's almost as emotional or as emotional to me as it is watching a launch. And I can't wait to see it. And this team right here, they're the ones making it happen. Sean Quinn is the Associate Program Manager for GSDO. I just call him the guy that gets things done. And I'm turning it over to Sean.
Hey, good morning. Welcome. I want to extend my appreciation for you all attending this very important event, the completion of the final installation of the VAB platforms. It's an important milestone as we transform the Kennedy Space Center into the world's premier spaceport. You know, everything we do here is in support of NASA's mission. And NASA has an awesome, awesome mission. You know, when you think about it, the journey for humans beyond low Earth orbit begins right here. It begins right here in the Vehicle Assembly Building. In the not too distant future, we will be assembling the world's most powerful and largest launch vehicle ever built. We'll be assembling the Orion spacecraft that will carry humans farther than humans have ever been before. And it happens right here in the Vehicle Assembly Building. So, as you can tell, these platforms are massive. Each one weighs over 300,000 pounds. And the construction effort is complex. And I'm very, very proud of our NASA and contractor design and construction team that has made putting this VAB so successful and preparing me for the launch of EM1, Exploration Mission Number 1. So again, I want to thank you for coming this morning, and I also want to remind you to come back soon, because there's a lot of exciting things happening between now and the launch of Exploration Mission Number 1, as we launch humans beyond low Earth orbit for the very first time since 1972. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Kerry here from Jacobs. Kerry, you know, you're going to be doing the ops for this building, right? Are you guys ready to start some operations?
Yes, sir, we are ready. On behalf of the TOS team, which is Jacobs Technology, Paradigm, and ERC, I want to thank you all for coming out. There's been a lot of work that's happened in this facility, not just this facility, across the whole center. I mean, we couldn't be prouder to be a part of this team. This is the new beginning of a new space program for the whole United States. We're going to make history here, everybody. It's incredible. You're seeing the beginning of history that's just started. This has been years in the work. I can't tell you the number of man hours that's gone into this. Just like Mr. Spana said, there's an incredible amount of work still to be done. We have all the subsystems to check out, and we TOS can't be more than ready to get our hands on this new hardware and start processing it. So on behalf of that, I'm available for any questions that you might have. Please ask away. You have us here for like 30 minutes. We're all ears for you. Thank you very much.
So we'll get to those questions at the end, and then I want you guys to get up closer here. We can go as far as that yellow rope line, so you can actually see inside there and see the platforms. Hang on, I got one more person I want to talk. Jose Perez. Jose's my NASA guy that has overseen this project firsthand, and he's overcome a lot of challenges. Jose, what do you got to say about these platforms?
Yeah, well, welcome everybody. It's a great morning for me and for everybody here, the VAB team. Obviously, I'm the senior project manager for the construction, design and construction of this facility. Like Sean was saying, it has been one of the most challenging projects I've tackled in my life. And obviously, when you tackle this type of project, you depend upon a great team of people, which I have, and I owe the success of this building to them. So I'm here to answer any question. I got some of my team here to answer any questions. So welcome to the VAB, and thank you for being here this morning.
So I think before we move up and you get those awesome pictures that you're going to get, it's probably easier to take the questions here while we got the microphone and you can see. So any questions about ground systems development operations, SLS Orion, and the platforms that we're putting in here?
So how many of the platforms are completed? How many new platforms will there be, and how many are done right now?
There are 10 levels. Each level has 2 half platforms, so we got 20 platforms completely. As you can see, we're in the middle of testing right now. That's why some of the platforms are closed. And not only we're in the middle of testing, we hope that by the end of this month, we will start turning over the platforms to NASA. So we're almost on the last leg of this whole project.
There's still going to be some work. The platforms will be complete, but then there's a lot of access platforms that actually go on the platforms for the team to reach some of the positions that they have to on servicing the vehicle. That's going to take a little bit longer, but the actual platform work, the contract work that Hensel Phelps has done is going to be turned over.
End of April.
Anyone else?
Roughly, how many people have worked on this project here that you're looking at, and where did it begin?
Okay, the question was how many people have worked on this project and when did we get started?
Oh God! This project started back way before me here, 2014. Well, it was even before that. Design took many years to get to this point. The whole project probably there were like 300 people working. You know, when I had contractors, designers, NASA teams, support contractors, probably around 300 people.
Sean, when did we let the contract?
So we started the design of the VAB platform project in about 2011, 2012 time frame. We went through about a year and a half, 2 years of design work. At that time, we also demolished the shuttle era platforms. We moved all the old shuttle era platforms. And this contract was awarded in about 2014.
Yes, sir.
So, for other agencies, other commercial agencies like Orbital ATK that want to make use of the VAB, will the GSDO team be made available to them, or will they be responsible for bringing in their own teams to do any sort of overhaul?
So right now, we have selected Orbital ATK to utilize High Bay 2 in the VAB, launching off pad 39B. We're still in the process of negotiating that agreement with them, but they will be responsible for any of the work that they do within High Bay 2, how they would configure it to support their rocket. But the notice of availability that went out was for High Bay 2, a mobile launch platform if wanted, and the use of Pad B. Since we're probably launching 1 to 1.5 times a year, that's another at least 51 to 50 weeks out of the year that pad will be available for other use. So they will be responsible on their own for any construction work that they do. I'm sorry? No, this mobile launcher is unique to the Space Launch System. Now, what we've done though is, Pad B, we've gone to this clean pad concept, where you would have a mobile launcher or mobile launch platform that is unique to your rocket, but has a common interface for services out at the pad, environmental air, power, fuel, water, and so on. So it's really a unique design that we have and an excellent utilization of the resources. Anything you want to add to that, John? You got it. Yes, sir.
Block 2 SLS. I think you're going to make some more changes, add some more platforms. Can you talk about that?
I will. As much as I'd like to, I'm going to turn it over to these guys. I got the answer, but I'm sharing the wealth here.
Well, that's the beauty of this new VAB platform design. These platforms have been designed such that we can move them up and down, and we can change what we call the outer mold line to adapt the platform to adjust to the shape of the vehicle. If you were to look up at the platform, this is platform F we're looking at right now, you can see what we have these things called platform inserts. And those inserts are designed for a particular launch vehicle. So as we go to block 2 and the outer mold line changes, we can change just those inserts. And we're not talking about a new construction project. We're not talking about taking the VAB out of service for extended periods of time. It's really a beautiful design.
Yeah, just to answer specifically your question, for EM2, we're going to add 2 additional platforms, two additional levels of platforms, and we're going to reposition 4 of them. That's part of the work that will go on High Bay 3. High Bay 4, we're going to do a complete new stand for the board stage that's going to be processing that area.
For EM2, you've already.
EM2.
Right, and the design work for EM2 is already in work.
Yes.
We've already got things in place to make that happen. And that's the great capability, the uniqueness of this design. Never again are we going to have to, as the rocket changes, change all the platforms in here because they were designed to go to whatever rocket we put in here. Whereas during Apollo, all the platforms were unique. And the same with shuttle. If you go over and look in High Bay 1, the unique shuttle platforms that were in there, and when we took those out, it wasn't just a level like this. I mean, these things were the size of small houses that we took out of there. So this is really, really a great, cost-efficient, effective design.
If astronauts on EM1, are there any potential changes we got?
I'm sorry?
If astronauts are on EM1.
If astronauts are on EM1, what do we have to do to change the ground system?
Well, so that's currently in work. We're studying that right now. For GSDO and for the Kennedy Space Center, there's not a lot of significant new work that will need to be done. There is some testing that we were not planning on doing with the mobile launch new access arm until EM2, so we'll have to pull that testing forward. There's maybe some software changes that we have to make for our command and control system to accommodate the crew, but there's not any real significant changes that we'll have to make to launch the crew on EM1, should we decide to do that.
Yeah, so we have someone that's on the team that Bill Gerstenmaier has put together to study this for Robert Lightfoot, and we'll be making those inputs so that we fully understand what it is we have to do to be ready should we be able to support crew on EM1. got another hand, yes.
Roughly when do you anticipate enrolling the mobile launcher for its first test to make sure that it works?
So right now, we are targeting late August, early September for the first time that we will roll the mobile launcher into the vehicle assembly building. That's going to be a big day, and I'm sure we'll have you all out here again to witness that exciting event.
All right, I think that wraps up the questions. We'll stand around. If you have more questions, we'd be happy to answer them, but I want you guys to get up close and be able to see inside there. It's awesome. Thank you so much for coming out today.
Thanks for having us.
Please be careful.
There's a lot of them out here.
Yeah. So the